Hi, I'm Susie O'Neill, Olympic gold medalist and mother of 2 children. I think it was the women around me, so obviously my mum, but I know I had a really special relationship with my Nana, and I think looking back at her life, she was so amazing because her husband died quite young, and she was at a property out in Toowoomba, so out west of Brisbane. And she basically ran the property, you know, when her husband died, and was in charge of everything, as well as having 5 children. So she was really, really capable, and I used to spend heaps of holidays up there, just following her around, you know, going to the paddocks and checking out the wheat crops and checking out her sheep, and just seeing her. I remember her in the office paying bills, and do you know what I mean? Like just being a really strong woman. So for me, she was probably a really big role model for me. I think the main thing my mum did was she drove me to swimming training whenever I wanted. And now that I've had 2 children myself, I realise it's so time consuming for a parent, and it's usually the mother, to drive their children to all the different events and things that they want to try. And I know now my daughter is 9, and that's when I started swimming 3 times a week. So from then until I got my licence, she was basically driving me to training anywhere from 3 times to 10 times a week. So for me it was mainly facilitating the process. She wasn't a parent, either of my parents were people who spoke to me a lot about swimming or put pressure on me, or do you know what I mean? It was left up to me, but she really did anything that needed for me to go better at my swimming. Yeah, she was very big on self-motivation. So for me, with my swimming and schoolwork or anything, it had to be about us driving it. For example, with swimming, I had to actually wake her up to take me training. And it's something I'm really trying to instill in my own kids. Like, they've got to be self-motivated to want to achieve things. They've got to set their own little goals, and they've got to really go after them. It's not quite working at the moment. I've got a bit of a stick prodding them, but I'm hoping that eventually it'll become their own motivation that they want to do things. We had a pretty good girls team. We were quite close, but we were also, I remember learning a lot off them. For example, there was another swimmer called Sam Riley, a breaststroker, and I remember always watched her train, and she never ever complained. And you watch how she conducts herself around the pool and how she races, and I tried to, she was very successful, and I tried to copy what she did, or what made her successful, those type of things. Yeah, the Together Counts webpage is a page where people can go to basically find out about energy balance and how to achieve it. Energy in versus energy out, with energy in what you eat and energy out, the exercise that you do. I suppose it's specifically directed at women or mothers, because I know as a mum in my household, I probably am the driving force in what people eat and also the activities that my children do. So it's a place, a resource where mothers can go and parents can go to find out about, what are good meal plans, what are good things to put in your lunchbox, what are some activities you can do as a family to keep fit and keep healthy. Yeah, it's easy, I think, when you're very busy as a mother and with a career as well, to let that sort of stuff slip, let exercise slip and let good food slip, and go into quick things like quick takeaway food, or not doing your exercise. But I know myself it's so important, not only physically but mentally, if I'm running the family, that I stay fit and eat well. And I know also with my kids, they perform a lot better and are easier to look after if they've had enough exercise and are eating well as well. So that's why the Together Counts webpage is so good, because it's hard to know that stuff off by heart. So you can go there and you can find out about things, and it's like a resource that you can look and check of how to do things better. As far as swimming goes, career highlight, it's pretty breaking the world record in the 200 metres butterfly, which was just before the Sydney Olympics. It was a world record that had been held for 19 years. Thought I would never break it. I actually met the lady who broke it about 2 years previously. Sorry, met the lady who said it. And she was really normal and nice and quiet. And I think sometimes when you see people achieve things, you think that it's not reachable because that person must have been an amazing person. And I think when I met the lady who held the world record, and I realised she was the same as me, she had 2 arms and 2 legs, and was just a normal person that really gave me the confidence that maybe if I worked hard enough, I could break it. I think it's all about celebrating women, helping each other, getting behind each other, and acknowledging the great job that women do in society. You know, everyone does different things. You know, you've got full-time working mums and stay-at-home mums and people in between, and just all the females in society. I think it's great if we celebrate all that and not compete against one another. You know what I mean? Just appreciate what everyone is doing in their own little niche and appreciate that everyone is doing their best. Probably to support one another, don't fight with one another, would be my biggest message.